she come on shift. Well, you know what it's like, Dave. And you just know something's wrong. Jackie had been called names at school again. And Michelle had missed her lunch again. Because of netball, so she says. And Dean was in a total strop. The others cheered up, but Dean was like a thundercloud.
You knew he had a court hearing in the morning?
Yeah, that's what we thought was upsetting him, so Martin said he'd have a word with him.
Dean, will you please stop and talk to me? I know what's bothering you. It's the court case tomorrow, isn't it?
Look, I phoned my dad earlier and he's a pain in the neck. I've told you, so forget it.
Oh, come on. It was hard to get anything out of him. Go in the office. Plus, everyone else was being such a pain that day.
You gonna get me those fucking aspirins or what?
What have I told you about language? But it turns out he'd phoned his dad at lunchtime and he said he wasn't going to be there. He'd forgotten all about it. Dean!
How did you feel about that?
How did I feel? Angry, I suppose. Angry for Dean.
How did Dean seem?
Quiet. Bottling it up. Look, it was quite hard for me even to get those few minutes with him.
I'm not criticising you, Martin. I'm just trying to understand what happened.
Yeah, with it then. Remember, winner stays on, winner stays on.
No trouble.
Shut up!
You shut yourself.
That's the first one. Luke.
Ah, great shot, Dean.
Yay! Dean Taylor does it again.
He's on.
You're the best. Shut the fuck up! Yes, there's number 2.
Wanker. Great shot, Dean.
Jean was looking in on Darren, who was in bed, ill.
That's the judge. Best of 3, he said. Set him up then.
Come on, guys, time for bed. Hayley, turn that off now, please.
Leave it!
Turn it off. The game's finished now, Dean. Richard, if you're ready for bed quick, I can read you a bit of your book.
Just watch your strong family last night. Come on, Richard, break.
Richard, off you go.
This is the first time he's let me break.
You can have another go tomorrow.
Shut up!
Jackie, Hayley, you've got swimming first thing tomorrow.
Yes, Dean Taylor does it again.
Jackie, Hayley, go.
They ain't ready.
Did you feel threatened?
No. I know Dean really well. Jackie, Hayley, go.
I said they ain't ready. Just because you want to go downstairs and screw old Jeannie Weenie, that old yourself a little bit longer, won't you?
All right, you know the rules. Bedtime's at 10. If you'd rather play pool and lose privileges, and that includes going to the game on Saturday, lads, it's your choice. I'll just sit here until you decide. I thought if I get into this with Dean, he's upset. I can't be sure how he'll react.
So you sat down?
Yes.
And Dean?
Taken aback. Not sure what to do next.
So you tried to diffuse it. But did you think about maybe leaving them for a few minutes?
I didn't want to give Dean a chance to influence them.
So you weren't really giving them a choice then, were you?
Darren had a high temperature, and he was getting really annoyed about the noise. So I gave him a couple of aspirin, and I told him the others would be going to bed soon anyway.
I think there's 2 things you should think about, Martin. One is whether it might have been better to go downstairs for a minute, to give them a bit of space. And the other is whether you could have got in earlier and tried to get time alone with Dean before the game started.
He was all right after dinner.
But you knew he wasn't. Underneath. Didn't you?
I came out to see why they weren't getting ready for bed. And I found Martin just sitting there. Now, Dean was obviously on a high. I thought to myself, we're going to have a right do on our hands if we don't get this one sorted.
I didn't think Dean had that much influence, particularly with Hayley and Jackie.
Jackie had been called a black bastard at school. Now, a teacher heard it but didn't do anything.
We must get onto the head again.
So she wanted to hit back.
When Jean came bustling in, I think it took her a while to suss what was happening.
So then I took Martin aside so that we could have a confab about what to do.
What did you decide?
Well, I said to Martin, now look, they've all got a bit excited. Now, if they're still up when we get upstairs, I'll deal with the girls. You get Dean downstairs for a hot chocolate and try and have a chat with him.
Martin was okay about you taking the lead, was he?
Well, we may have had our differences in the past, but in a situation like that, well, you pull together, don't you?
It was a disaster. Everything went okay at first.
And what about the party?
Jean got the girls to go off to their rooms. She reminded them about the party on Saturday. You know, Hayley really wanted to go.
That's better.
Richard went off to get his pyjamas on. Hey? Oh, you're more sensible than this. Come on. I thought we were going to the game on Saturday. Isn't that what you want? I thought I was getting through to him. You missed it. But as soon as I touched him... Hey? I thought, I cannot trust myself to say anything, or to stay there. I should have said something, but I knew I'd lost control.
Yes, you misread it.
I should have insisted on an apology.
No.
But
You felt humiliated, let down. Like Dean. You moved in too soon.
I told Dean exactly what I thought of what he did, and I didn't mince my words. I said, look, I know you're angry, but spitting at someone is not the way to show it. I gave him a good dressing down.
And?
He burst into tears.
Humiliated Martin, and then felt better for it, eh?
That's it.
I was just going to read Richard's story.
Just tell him not to touch me. Now on.
Before I knew what was happening, Darren is out of his room and coming down the corridor like a mad bull.
Darren, let him go, Darren. Now, calm down. Stop that stupid fucking... Darren, let him go, Darren. Now, calm.
All right, you know the rules. Bedtime's at 10. If you'd rather play pool and lose privileges, and that includes going to the game on Saturday, lads, it's your choice. I'll just sit here until you decide.
I told Dean exactly what I thought of what he did, and I didn't mince my words. I said, look, I know you're angry, but spitting at someone is not the way to show it.
He was all right after dinner.
But you knew he wasn't. Underneath. Didn't you?